Do you think you can make real money on Etsy without posting on social media? Most people don't think that's possible, but I've made over $29,000 on Etsy with no social media at all. And that's true for all of the results you see on your screen right now too. These sales weren't from Instagram, they weren't from TikTok, they weren't from paid ads either. They came from using a simple system on just one platform, Etsy. So in this video, I'm giving you the exact 90-day strategy that helped me make over $29,000 as a homeschooling stay-at-home mom, working only 10 hours a week while my kids were sleeping. Now, if you want me to walk you through every single step of this process, click by click, I break it all down inside the sales sprint. Over 1,200 students have used this system, so if you want to join us, the link is in the description. But either way, by the end of this video, you'll know the 3 phases to run a digital product business on Etsy that runs on autopilot, no social media, no paid ads, just Etsy doing the work for you. Now let me tell you about my side hustle graveyard. When my daughter was just 6 weeks old, I started a blog. I was a new stay-at-home mom, dealing with postpartum depression, and we were a one-income family burning through our savings. I posted consistently, had Google AdSense, affiliate links, promoted on Pinterest, and barely made $20 a month. After struggling with that for over 3 years, I finally switched to Etsy. I ended up making over $3,200 in my first 90 days, and that is not revenue. That is the money that was deposited into my family's bank account. But then I thought, I bet I can make more on Shopify because there's no Etsy fees. So I opened a Shopify store with the exact same products in my Etsy shop and started promoting on TikTok 2 to 3 times a day. After 5 months of that, I was barely making $200 a month. Meanwhile, my neglected Etsy shop was still making over $500 a month minimum. So I ran a test. Could I make more on Etsy versus Shopify in 30 days? On Shopify, I tried everything. Emails, changing up my store, different products, still posting on TikTok. But no matter what I did, I could not make more than $200 a month. But on Etsy, all I did was list my products and optimize them. And 30 days later, my Etsy income tripled. So I left Shopify and went back to Etsy full time. And by full time, I mean working about 2 hours in the morning while my kids were sleeping. Now, let me tell you why this happened. It all comes down to audience temperature. On social media, you are hitting a cold audience. They're scrolling, they're distracted, and they're definitely not ready to buy. Sometimes you get warm viewers who have seen you before, but what you really want are hot buyers. Those are people who are ready to purchase. Here's the difference with Etsy. When someone searches ADHD cleaning checklist, they're not scrolling mindlessly. They are actively looking for a solution. That means everyone who sees your product is already warm or hot. They are searching with the intent to buy. And that's why Etsy converts into sales so much better than social media. So you can try 12 different side hustles this year and master none of them, or you can commit to just one for 90 days and start building something. All right, so now that you know why this works, let me tell you how to actually do it. Month 1, we are going to focus on building. You are going to get your first products up and hopefully make your first sale. In month 2, we are going to optimize. This is when you're going to use your data to create a sales machine. And then in month 3, we're going to focus on scaling. You are going to double down on what's working to create more passive income. This obviously isn't mind-blowing, right? Because so many people are trying to have you build this complicated thing with a dozen moving parts. But the truth is, that's just way too much work, especially when my simple version can get you consistent sales. All you do is create products people want, let Etsy promote them, and optimize based on data. And I know this works because I've helped countless people do it in the sales sprint. And this simple system gets results. So why would you start with anything more complicated? So let's break down month 1. Your goal is simple. Get your first sale. Now, this is where most people get it wrong. They pick random products and hope something sticks. They're like, I'm going to sell digital planners. So they go ahead and create 10 of them without doing any research. And then they wonder why they've listed 50 products and made 0 sales. Here's what actually works. Step 1, you are going to pick your customer before you pick your product. I want you to use this formula. I help a specific type of person solve specific problem. So for example, I help homeschool moms with ADHD stay organized. I help millennials get out of debt faster. I help teachers decorate their classrooms. What you don't want to do is say, I sell invitations. That is way too vague. The key here is to be specific, because when you know who you're helping, what to sell becomes obvious. When I created my ADHD cleaning checklist, I wasn't thinking, I want to sell checklists. What I was thinking was that overwhelmed moms with ADHD actually need systems that work with our brains. That one product has made me over $15,000 on Etsy and Shopify because I started with the customer first. Now, step 2, you are going to build your product cluster. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck is a product cluster? A cluster is simply 3 to 5 products that one person would buy together. Think of it like McDonald's. They don't just sell burgers. They sell burgers, fries, drinks, desserts. One customer buys multiple things. So here's an example. For your debt freedom cluster, you could have a debt payoff tracker, a budget spreadsheet, and a habit tracker. For your homeschool mom cluster, you could have a morning routine chart, weekly lesson planner, and a chore chart. And then for your teacher classroom cluster, you could have printable bulletin board letters, classroom job chart, and hall pass templates. Notice how one person would actually use all of these. That's the power of clustering. So here's what you do. List 3 problems your customer has, and then you're going to find one best-selling product that solves each of those problems. And that is going to be your product cluster. Now, step 3, we are going to use PLR templates. This is where I'm going to save you 40 plus hours of work. You don't have to create your products from scratch. You can use something called PLR templates or private label rights templates. Think of it like using a recipe. You are not inventing cookies from scratch. You're taking a proven recipe and adding your own twists with different flavors or toppings. It's the exact same concept. Just go to Etsy and search PLR plus your product type. So you could search PLR budget spreadsheet or PLR business flyers. And you want to make sure you customize them in Canva. You want to change the colors, add your twist, make it yours. And while you're already in Canva, you're going to go ahead and create your listing photos. You want at least 10 listing photos that don't just show the product, they also show the transformation. So photo 1 is a clean image that instantly tells us the value in your product. And then for photos 2 through 10, you want to let us know what's included, how to use it, and the results we'll get. And please remember, your first products will not be perfect. Mine looked like a kindergartner made it, but they solved a problem, so people bought them. Every product just needs to be 1% better than the last. And that is how you're going to grow without getting overwhelmed. Now, step 4, we are going to list your products. So you're going to do a quick shop setup. You're going to pick your shop name. And please do not overthink this. It should take you 10 minutes tops. After that, you're going to create a simple logo using the Canva templates. Again, this should take about 5 minutes. You want to add your shop policies. You can use a template. And then you want to make sure you fill out your payment information correctly. This is critical. If you mess this up, Etsy will suspend your shop. Once all of that is set up, you are going to list your first product. If you don't know how to list your product on Etsy, make sure you watch this video where I walk you through every single option and tell you exactly what to click. And here's the secret to getting your first sale quickly. You want to run a 50% off sale. You need reviews more than you need profit in the beginning. And that's because the reviews are going to do the selling for you. Then once you have your first listing published, you are going to repeat this process for products 2 and 3. So by the end of week 4, you should have at least 3 products live, your shop is open, and a 50% off sale is running. If you don't get a sale your first month, that is okay. You have the foundation, and that's what matters. All right, so now let's go into month 2, and your goal here is to build a sales machine. It is not about having 100 random products. It's about having the right products and optimizing them. Once you know how to read your data, you can double down on what is working instead of obsessing over what's not working. One of my students was struggling to get views and posted this comment in our student-only community on October 11th. Then on November 5th, she celebrated 100 sales. And then on December 7th, she celebrated 200 sales. It was the same shop, just a better strategy. And that brings us to step 5, add more products, and read your data. Now you'll be at about 5 to 6 products total, all serving the same customer. Because when you have more products, that gives you more opportunities to be found if they're optimized. But here's where I see a lot of people messing up. They just keep adding products without looking at what's working. So after 2 weeks, you can finally check your stats. If you can wait at least 30 days, I highly recommend that because Etsy can give you more data to work with. But 14 days is the bare minimum you should be checking your stats. Now, here's what that data is going to tell you. If you have views, that means your SEO is working, so do more of that. If you have favorites, that means your listing photos and your pricing structure is working. So do more of that. And if you have sales, that means you're creating products that people want, so just add more variations. Think of your Etsy stats like a treasure map. It is literally showing you where the gold is buried. Most people ignore their stats and keep digging random holes. Or they obsess over what's not working and they think every product is supposed to be a grand slam. Please don't be most people. Find your top performing products and create more versions of it. If your ADHD cleaning checklist is performing well, then create a morning routine version. You could make a weekly version. You could make a kids version. Just double down on what's working. And then we move into step 6, build your upsell system. Now, I call this the McDonald's method. McDonald's doesn't just sell burgers. They say, would you like fries with that? Your job is the same. Make it easy to buy more. So go into your Etsy shop manager and use the offer listings together feature. Bundle 3 of your cluster products together and offer them 60% off when they buy all 3. Now here's the psychology behind that. The customer came to buy one $4 product. When they see that they can get 3 products for about $5, it feels like a no-brainer. So of course, they're gonna buy the entire bundle. Now, as I said earlier, your goal right now is not to make bank. Your goal is to get reviews. So while everyone else is making 1 sale at a time, hoping for a review, you'll be making 2 to 3 sales at a time and getting 2 to 3 reviews at a time. So yes, you will make less money right now, but when life gets busy and you neglect your shop like I have several times, those reviews are going to do the selling for you. And then we move into step 7, create a simple thank you system. For this, you're going to create a 1-page PDF. You're going to say thank you, link to other products, and encourage them to leave a review. You want to include this thank you page with every download. This is how you get repeat customers without sending individual messages. And in the sales sprint, I give you a thank you page template that you can easily customize, and I also include video tutorials walking you through how to use it. This is how you are going to build a system and not just list random products. So by day 60, here's where you should be. 5 to 6 products in your shop, bundles set up, data showing you what works, and your sales can start becoming more consistent. So now we move into month 3, and your goal here is to create predictable income. Month 3 is when I stopped pushing and started pulling. The data started telling me what to do. I was making over $1,000 a month consistently, not by working harder, but by working smarter. So for step 8, you are going to double down on your winning products. Here is what you need to know. 20% of your products are going to bring in 80% of your income. Your job is to feed the winners, not obsess over the losers. Think of it like gardening. In months 1 and 2, you planted 6 different seeds. Now you can see which plants are actually growing. Don't waste your time watering the weeds. You want to water the plants that are thriving. But you also don't want to delete or deactivate the listings with little to no views. I had a product become a bestseller 2 years after I listed it. And you also don't want to delete your seasonal products just because the season is over. I actually just bought my 3-year-old a witch broom to go with her Halloween costume that she's still wearing in December. So just leave those listings alone and focus on the winners. So here's what I want you to do. Identify your top 2 selling products, and then you are going to create 3 to 5 variations of those. And if you're in the sales sprint, I sent you a December playbook via email on December 3rd that tells you 7 different ways to create variations of your profitable products. So make sure you check your email if you haven't seen it already. So that's basically it. You are going to create those variations because success leaves clues and your data is the clue. And then we move into step 9, Build true passive income. In weeks 11 and 12, you are going to set up your automations. Put all your listings on auto renew, create saved replies for common questions, organize all your files and templates in Canva. By day 90, you should be able to leave for a week and the sales still keep coming in. That is the goal. And I actually had a student recently ask me, how do you come back to your Etsy shop after you've taken a long break? How do you start over? And I told her, I don't consider that starting over. That's exactly why I sell on Etsy, because I want to take long breaks and still make money. But this requires you to make smart decisions. Think of it like a lemonade stand. Two kids sell lemonade and they both make $50. Kid A spends all their money on toys. Kid B buys better lemons and a bigger sign. Which one of them do you think has a lemonade stand again next year? What you want to do is reinvest some of your profit back into your Etsy shop. This could mean buying better PLR templates, investing in tools like Everbee or eRank, even testing out paid Etsy ads. This is going to compound your growth. Don't chase shiny objects like I did. Master one first. So by day 90, here's where you'll be. You'll have 8 to 15 products in your shop, hopefully have consistent daily sales. You have clear data on what's working and a system that runs mostly without you. This is the beginning of real freedom and it is just the start. But if you're thinking, I don't want to figure all this out on my own, that's exactly why I created the Sales Sprint. Inside, you'll get step-by-step tutorials on every single phase we just talked about. There are product templates, Canva listing photo tutorials, SEO strategies, literally everything related to selling digital products on Etsy. It's not just a course where you get the info and you're left alone. I am actually helping you get results. So if you want to join, the link is in the description. Now, before we wrap this up, everyone wants to know, how quickly can I make $10,000 a month? And that is the wrong question. The right question is, am I building something sustainable? I've seen so many TikTok influencers burn out because they're posting 6 times a day and it is not sustainable for their lifestyle. We do not want that type of business. So you can approach this in 2 different ways. The elevator mindset, where you're trying to get rich quick and you want to know the hacks. Or the staircase mindset, where you take it one step at a time and you just do more of what's working. Etsy is a staircase business and that is good. If you commit to just 90 days, you will have a solid foundation for a passive income stream that can make you $1,000, $5,000, or even $10,000 plus per month. Think of this like compound interest. The work you do on day 1 pays off on day 90. The work you do on day 30 pays off on day 120. This is why quitters never see results. They pull their money out too early. And here's what I need from you. For 90 days, Etsy is your one thing. Not Etsy plus Shopify plus Amazon affiliates plus Stan Store. Just Etsy. Master one platform first. You can add more later, but not now. And when you see someone making $50,000 a month on Shopify, just remember that it took them way longer than 90 days to build that. So your 90 days is just getting started. Stay in your lane and finish your race. Now, I mentioned earlier that my ADHD cleaning checklist has made me over $15,000 between Etsy and Shopify. If you want to see the exact breakdown, then you'll want to watch this video next. I show you exactly how I made over $13,000 on Etsy alone with this one digital product, and you can copy this exact process for yourself.